guys, welcome to my channel. I'm so happy to have you guys here. If you're new here, my name is Liz and this is Simply Homeschool. So today I wanted to show you guys what we have chosen to use for our elective. We are doing cooking. So if you're new to my channel, a little backstory, my sister and I teach together. I have a 3rd grade daughter and a preschool son, and then I have a 7th grader and a 2nd grader nieces. You know what I'm saying. So there's four kids. With this cooking class, we're only doing it with the 3 older kids. The preschooler will not be doing this with us. If he wants to sit in, he can, but he definitely hasn't yet, and I don't see him sitting in anytime soon. He has better things to do, you guys. So with all that being said, so we do cooking class together and we are absolutely loving it. When we thought about doing an elective for cooking, it was originally just going to be for our 7th grader, but we decided why not make this like a family class so that we could do it together, because our 7th grader hasn't been able to do a class with us as a group. So this has been really fun so far. And you know, it touches on all kinds of things in the kitchen. It's not just teaching you basics, you know, with, you know, cut this, chop this, 1/4, 1/2 cup goes in this, mix it up. You know, it's not recipes and it's not just instructions. It actually teaches them things about the kitchen, things about foodborne illnesses, nutrients, and things that you get for minerals in your foods, what you should and shouldn't eat, how to pick produce. Like, it's a really cool little unit study. We're super excited and we found it. So this is the best part. We found it on Pinterest and it is a free download. So I'll make sure to link that down below. It is a lap book also. So they have worksheets that the kids could work through and make a lap book out of it. This is our first year doing a lap book, so I'm not even sure if we're doing it right, you guys. But the kids are loving it. So let me flip you guys around and I'm going to show you guys what we are doing, how I've broken up the assignments, what we're using as supplements to kind of go in with our curriculum. And if you guys are new here and you haven't subscribed, make sure to hit that red button. That way you can see all of my content. I love homeschool. I love everything about it. Well, most everything about it. And this channel is all about homeschooling and mom life. So if you're interested in stuff like that and you love it, don't forget to hit that subscribe. If you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And I would love to hear from you guys down below. If you guys have any cooking mini unit studies that you know of, if you've already done one, if you guys have a favorite recipe that is kid friendly. My shirt's coming off, you guys. So make sure you guys leave that in the comment. That would actually be really cool. If you guys have a recipe, leave it in the comments. If you can leave it in the comments, it may be too long. You can always email it to me. That'd be cool too. So I'll have my email address down below. And if you guys want to follow me on Instagram, you guys, I post so much on Instagram, like almost daily. So my Instagram account I'll have right here. It is Simply Homeschool 18. So, all right, you guys, with all that being said, let's go ahead and jump into this. So here is all of the things that I'm going to be using for our cooking unit study besides our kitchen. So here we go. Let's go ahead and start off. I'm going to just start off by showing you guys what the downloadable PDF looks like. So this is my book, and then each of the girls have a binder to work through. Mine is kind of in order. I went through it and put it in order as far as what we were going to be reading and then the worksheets that were needing to be finished as we read. And then each of the girls had this binder, and inside they basically have all the reading in the front. And then in the back they have charts to work through. So I'm going to show you inside mine. So what it does at first is it just walks through, you know, different suggestions for recipes you can use, some go along suggestions like supplements to go along with this. We didn't get any of these. I'm kind of just winging it and adding stuff in as we go. It just shows an introduction here, and as you see, it's like safety first, rules of the kitchen, and then it goes into this sheet that's going to actually be turned into part of their lap book. So this is the rules of the kitchen here. And then it's kind of confusing how it's laid out. Okay, so here it tells all of the rules of the kitchen, and then here's the foodborne illnesses, and it tells you to do the food poisoning tab book, and that is here. So anything like this, they're going to be putting in their lap book. Okay, and on these sheets, they also have the information here for you to read to them or for them to read, and then it tells you what to do with these. And then it goes into bacterial poisoning. So it literally talks about everything you need to know about cooking or being in the kitchen, touching food, preparing food. Talks about dressing the part. And then unit 1 starts with around the kitchen. Here's something that they had to fill out. They put a picture on here of them in their aprons, and this goes in the lap book. Ignore my little posties. Here's kitchen appliances, kitchen tools, measuring tools, and then they have worksheets to do. They got to pick out an appliance and write a little report on it. Here's the report. It was actually really cool. We looked around the kitchen. I showed them different appliances. Here is mixing tools, baking tools. And then here are some of the lap book things. So here's measuring. So this was a really cool little activity that they got to do. They really enjoyed it. They each got an egg. We only did 4 eggs because it says 5, but one of the things you're supposed to mix it with is a rotary beater, and I don't have one of those. So we only did 4. So each one of us got an egg. One of us got a wooden spoon, a slotted spoon, a heavy metal spoon, and a whisk. We each had to mix it up, and then we cooked them separately, and we put little tabs on the plate so we knew whose was whose, and we each got a plate that had a little piece of each of ours. And then we got to taste them all and decide whose was the fluffiest, whose tasted the best. It was actually really fun. The kids really enjoyed it. So they actually got to cook their eggs as well. And I wanted to mention, as we started this, we had to make George Washington's breakfast, which is pancakes for history for our 2nd and 3rd grader. So I took full advantage of that, and I turned it into cooking class. So each one of them got to make a whole batch of those pancakes. It was really fun. They enjoyed it. It was a fun little add-on to our school day. So little ways of just kind of adding in different subjects to intertwine them. So, okay, so that's the little activity they got to do. It talks about cutting tools. And then it just walks through all of these little lap books that go along with the lesson that they're talking about. And if you've noticed, there's not a lot for each lesson. So I'm breaking up just according to how I feel fits for that day, just because our days are pretty long. But they talk about thermometers, miscellaneous tools, cookware. So here's the thermometer, here's the kitchen tools. Cookware, double broiler, ignore my notes. Here's bakeware, and then here's a unit review activity. And then starting with why we eat and the food pyramid, balanced diet, eating a variety of foods. It talks about just carbohydrates, different vitamins and minerals that are in food. Here's the nutrients, lap book pages. Here's more on, I think that this is like nutritional stuff. Yeah, it just breaks down the vitamins still, what vitamin is it, what kind of food, and what it helps. Fats, here's a food pyramid. So if you want to print out a food pyramid, that would be really cool to go with this. Here's more on the vitamins. And then unit 3 is what's the plan? So cooking vocabulary, recipes, planning a menu, and then here are some of the lap book pages. Here's shopping list, shopping trip, picking produce. It tells you how to pick these produces the right way. Here's another list, more. And then unit 4 is let's get cooking. So beverages, breakfast, picking produce. It's more about cooking. What they're choosing for bread, dessert, breakfast, lunch. We have bread baking, appetizer and snack, dessert. So it kind of just walks you through. And then your finishing touches, setting the table, garnishes. and then sharing your cooking talents. Here's some little lap book pages. Having good manner, hospitality. We know that that's really important. Here's some minding your manners lap book pages, hospitality, and here's some things on careers, helping those in need, and then here's your careers opportunity. So food education and business, and then here's a unit review activity sheet. So that is basically what it looks like on the inside of this. That's why I love it, because it's not just strictly, you know, recipes and things like that. So this is my daughter's lap book so far. So she's answered those. She has her little rules of the kitchen. Uh-oh, it's glued together. So she's just been putting this together. Each one, oh man, this one's glued together. There we go. So she's been putting this together. It's really cute. They're really enjoying it. Even my 7th grade niece is enjoying it. So this is the little appliance report, and I don't know, I just love it. So this is her little lap book, and that's it so far. Another thing we're using with it is some of the charts from the science and health charts from Abeka. So I had purchased the health charts already to go along with her 3rd grade health curriculum that she's doing through Abeka, and it literally works out perfect, you guys. So this food label chart, it has your food groups, different nutrients, so carbs, protein, fat, vitamins, minerals. I'm gonna put that off to a side so that I could show you something. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, snack. And then here's some lists of minerals, vitamins. Then here's a little placemat, and they have these cool little cutouts of food, okay? And it comes with a plate, silverware, a napkin, so they could set the placemat, you know, set the table or the placemat, the setting. You guys, I'm having problems. So they could do the setting here. I mean, they don't have like the 2 forks and all of that, but at least the basics. And then they can actually plan out breakfast, lunch, snack, dinner on here using these items. So with the nutrients thing, they can go through the different foods and separate them on what's carbs, what's protein, fats, vitamins, minerals, stuff like that. So I thought that these would be super cool to have hands-on. And then on hand, we have this Are You What You Eat by DK. And then this one is 100 Things to Know About Food. And this is by Usborne. They don't fit perfectly with what we are learning, but some of it actually does. This is more like crazy facts to know. And then this is more about like vitamins. So this one will work really good when we're talking about fueling the body, breaking down the different carbs and vegetables. So we're gonna read through this. Okay, so what I did was for the first day, we did the introduction. So all we did was we read safety first, and then we did the rules of a kitchen. The kids did their rules of a kitchen sheet here, and then that was it for that day. For the second day, we did the food-borne illnesses, and then they worked through the food poisoning booklet. And we read all about the different types of food poisonings. And then day 3 was dressing the part. So I'm basically just breaking it up per like subject, I guess, or topic, you can say. That's been working out really well so far. So kitchen tools, I skipped forward a little bit, but day 7, we did kitchen tools and measuring tools. This wasn't on that one. And that's it. And then they did their measuring tools flap. So that's basically what I'm doing. So with the topics, I'm just breaking it up to where it takes us about 30 minutes a lesson, which is good for us on the elective. So that is what we are doing for cooking, you guys. So it's a really cool little add-on or your own little unit study. If you guys are interested in this, I will have the link down below. So that's it, you guys. That is our cooking unit study. I hope that this was helpful for you guys. Be sure to hit that subscribe and the like if this was helpful to you. And I hope to see you in my next video. So be safe and be blessed always.